Okay, today we're going to be removing the stock XP taillight assembly, and we're going to replace it with a taillight assembly from a Ski-Doo Rev XP. I did this for two reasons. One, it's LED and it's tray cool, and the second reason is I want more of a distance from the snow flap to the track, which that new snow flap offers. So let's get right to this. We're going to drill out these rivets. Pull the bulb out back through the housing. I'm going to take the bumper off to get that snow flap off, and then that'll give us a better view of the tunnel for the XS adjustments. So Drew's got the 10 mil going there. He's buzzing those off. Okay. Slide the bumper and the snow flap can come off. Ooh. That's what we're looking at. She's really mashed in there.
From the track bottoming out?
Yeah. So bottoming out with that on does cause some damage. This strip will pull out. We don't need this light, so we're just going to cut it right off. That should give us enough wire. Free. Maybe I'll take a bit more. Strip these back now. This harness came with the XS light, so I'll just cut back a bit here. Strip these off. So we've got these temporarily wired up. I tested it, it works fine. So it looks like I've got lots of extra on there. I'm going to cut these back to about there. You want these to be really low profile. You don't want anything sticking out, so that this can slide back over and we can get a good shrink on it. Put a little soldering paste on the wires. Said make that as flat as possible. So we've got all three soldered up now. There, slide those up. We're going to get the heat gun, shrink those down. We'll just test fit the XS light housing on here. It looks like it fits good, except this tab has to come off. If we have to rivet through there, I don't mind that, but that tab must fit into a hole on the XS, which we don't need here. This assembly came off of a wreck sled. I got it from a snowmobile wrecking yard that's fairly local, and so it's got a few dings and dashes, but it'll work for what we need it for. And I don't mind if I have to drill a hole in there and pop rivet that as well, which might be the case, but that looks like it's fitting good. And I'm going to pencil scribe along the bottom here. That's just so I know where these holes are going to end up. They're 1 3/8 inches from the line. Pretty much. I think that's going to be good from what I can see there. I think she'll be fine. Okay. perfect. Maybe they won't line up. If that's the case, then we'll do something else. It's in. Okay. This uses the same holes that the stock XP flap uses, which is great. I don't think they changed the tunnel on the XS to the XP, so that's a good plus for this project. We'll just start a couple of rivets here in the middle. It's a fairly easy project. You can see that little washer in place. They're all popped in. There's the screw up there. So it looks pretty good from the side. Like my decal I put on there. Only thing I gotta do is figure out how to get this angle better, because you see how low that is? I might have to just strap it like I did the other one until I get a tunnel extension, because I think a tunnel extension is definitely needed. That's good. I don't think I'm gonna put rivets in the top. I think it'll be fine like that. The actual bracket that's on the flap bolts right up to the bumper on this thing. It's actually perfect. The wrecker said, oh no, you don't need those little brackets. You don't use them on the XP installs. Wrong. Wish it had it. It's broken off the other side. Like I mentioned, it is a wrecking yard kit, so it's not perfect. There we go. That looks good. Okay, so I've got a big washer I bent to fit the shape of the flap. I got the little washer. And then I'm also going to heat this up once I rivet this so that it'll maybe try and retain some of the shape. Really good attitude.
That's cool.
Good, I'm happy. Pretty good.
Yeah, I feel like clearance.
Awesome. Awesome as possum.